Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Citizen.
I don't have your ear. Stop following me around telling me I stole your ears. It's been 20 years, Simon. You need to get over it. Anyways, hi. We are back on playing Oblivion. We are doing the Mages Guild still. And we found out in yesterday's short video because, you know, life happened as life is wont to do, the cheeky little mongoose, about Manimarco's return. Open my beverage. Manimarco being this ancient, powerful necromancer who really likes worms. So we have to go alert the guild and decide what it is we're going to do next. And I suspect, despite this being the re-emergence of an ancient, powerful necromancer, I will be tasked to fix the situation single-handedly.
Greetings, wizard.
Does that make sense? I need to fix
Good
my
to see
mic.
What's going on with you?
I ran.
What news from Skingrad? I assume you've spoken to Count Hasseldor?
Nothing good, man. Oh, God.
What?
What?
Is that possible? This is grave news indeed. I had, perhaps foolishly, believed that necromancy was all but stamped out in Cyrodiil. It seems I couldn't have been more mistaken. I shall need to consult the council as to how to proceed with this situation. Thank you for the information. It may save many lives.
Welcome. If you wish to talk, it is really no trouble at all.
But now what do I do?
My attention is focused.
I can go try to talk to the other lad. If that doesn't work, I'll wait a day and hope something changes, I suppose.
My
Greetings,
pleasure,
wizard.
really.
What's
I'm at
new
your
with you?
service, Sir Knight. You do not yet
Oh.
your tasks.
Oh.
Farewell.
I ran across a couple of...
Alright, let's wait for a day. See what happens. I've mentioned in the past how my mic does this thing, but every now and again, sometimes it's perfect, and sometimes it goes... I don't know how else to explain it. It goes... It's really, really irritating. As you can probably tell. Now, you can't hear it in the video because I go in and I do noise editing post-release, but that inevitably kills some of the lustrous timbre to my voice. So it's always a little bit disappointing when I have to do it. And lately, oh boy, it is on one. It does not want to stop going.
Good morning. Milona
You have
Umbra.
that. My attention is focused.
Am I being silly? Am I meant to go do something else? I'm going to give him one more day, and if nothing changes, I'm going to go do something else with my life. I don't know what that would be.
Fine greetings to you. You know, take care.
Wait till the morning again. What's going on? It might be a thing that I just need to leave or sleep elsewhere or do a quest for something else or something like that, you know? Looking a little spooky there.
delightful. I'm... Goodbye.
The council is in complete disarray at the news of Manimarco's presence in Cyrodiil. The King of Worms has obviously targeted the guild, but we have no idea why. No demands have been made. All of my attention is devoted to the council. We must discern the reason for this sudden attack and stop Manimarco before he destroys us all. I am unable to look into something that has been brought to my attention. Are you capable of going on my behalf?
Can we investigate why this man is sleeping on the left-hand side?
Good. Please go to Bruma. I have not heard from Jean Frasoric for a few days now, which is unusual for her. While I welcome the break from correspondence with her, I worry that something may be amiss given recent developments. Find out if Jean is all right, and let me know if she needs anything.
Will do.
Come see me when you've spoken to Jean.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Bruma. I can't remember which one Jean was. I recognise the name though. Obviously she... I mean, we did all these guild quests in all the various cities, so we'll have been to Bruma and we'll have met Jean before. Oh, she's okay. Unironically. I used to know a Jean. We don't meet many Jeans these days. More of a slacks man.
Let's hear it.
Oh, not really, but... Outside. That's suspicious. No, we're not outside. That's also suspicious. Everything's suspicious. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I've arrived at the Prima Mages Guild. It's been attacked. I should... Oh, my God. Oh, no. You know, this... Especially if I had, like, in particular... hung around this... Like, we don't go to Bruma that much, you know, so I don't really know the guild members, I'm not gonna lie. But imagine how that would have felt. Am I dying? I feel like I'm dying. I sometimes think about dying. Bolonaro! No!
Stay away!
Oh, I hear someone. What's it? Goddamn thing. Ooh, soul gems. I heard a voice. Aha. Not aha. How do I get upstairs? Assumedly it was that way. So I'm guessing I have to go downstairs and then round. Maybe. Coming to get you, Barbara. Got the necklaces. Oh, I can't heal. Oh, this is problematic. Let me just I can nearly heal. My God, for that, I was on the edge there. Let me tell you, that was right on the edge. Jeez Louise. Jeez, Manimarco. It does sound like an Italian plumber, Manimarco. Hey, Manimarco, boopy. See, I know I've talked about this before, but why is that okay? Why can I do a stupid Italian accent and nobody's gonna call it racist? I think it is just historical precedent and context. It must be.
Come out wherever you are.
Come out wherever you are.
Visitor, I'm afraid you've missed the party. The guest of honor has already left. You won't be leaving, though. I'll see to that now.
She's kind of cute. It's the freckles. Someone else. I can see. Yeah, I can see you in the corner.
What did you do?
Oh no, Jaskar, I'm sorry. Oh no, I forgot that Jaskar's a ninja. Oh no, he'll be fine. Oh, yeah, she's the one that we were playing. They were playing tricks on. Well, you know what? I needed to knock him out so I could loot the room safely. Oh, I'm sorry, Jaskar.
Are they gone? I was too afraid. I just couldn't move. I could hear the screaming, but I just couldn't move. He killed them all. Just slaughtered them. I saw his face. I saw the King of Worms.
The King of Worms.
I couldn't believe my eyes. I think the only reason I'm alive is because I was invisible. But even so, I think he saw me. He killed them, one by one. Bolonaro was last, I think. He was trying to run away, but he didn't make it, did he?
He sure
The King
didn't.
of Worms stood over him right before he died, and he... Well, it looked like he sucked out Volonaro's soul. He said something about Echo Cave and destroying the Mages Guild. Then he looked right at me and grinned. You've got to do something. You've got to tell Archmage Traven.
Will do.
He might come back if he knows I'm still here. I'm not staying here. I'll go to the Imperial City. Hannibal Traven can protect me.
I don't know, man. It feels like Hannibal Traven is running scared as any of the others are. I think the Mages Guild has this under control, man. This is, this feels much more dramatic than the other guilds, it must be said. I think the Fighters Guild in particular felt quite low stakes. I mean, I guess it had the Blackwood Company, but I never felt the Blackwood Company was that big a deal. It wasn't, like, integrated into the storyline as much as the Necromancers clearly are here. The Thieves Guild kind of had that whole thing with the Grey Fox and his long-lost love. Oh, calm down, building. Alright, back to the guild. Oh, poor Bruma. I guess it's kind of like the Dark Brotherhood, except I didn't have to do the murdering. I'll wait till the morning. Bought a new lens yesterday. Very excited. I say yesterday, like 3 AM this morning. I could not sleep. I spent probably 5 or 6 hours doing nothing but looking at camera lenses, trying to decide my planned. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm looking at this planned future setup that costs thousands of pounds that I'm never gonna get. But I'm like, oh yeah, how do I cover the entire focal range? You know what I mean? But I needed a really nice, good indoor prime lens was my thought. So I bought the 50
How does the day greet you, friend?
millimeter. Hey, Traven.
Any word from Jean in Bruma?
Well, probably, yeah, because she's been necromancered, so she'll probably wake up any minute now.
He was the only one left? This is worse than I thought. From what he's told you, Manimarco, the King of Worms, is here in Cyrodiil and preying on our guild. This is something I'd never have dreamed. We'll need a few days to digest this new information. Should Jaskar arrive here, we'll see to it that he's well taken care of. Thank you. Bye. Before we continue, you should... Okay. You too.
He said he needed a few days, so I assumed it was going to be exactly the same as last time, where I had to
Master Wizard.
weirdly wait for half a year.
I hope I can help.
Promote me.
Truly, you are an asset to the guild. I reward you with the rank of wizard and teach you a most powerful spell.
Oh? You're not going to have tasks.
Your task. Goodbye.
Wizard's Fury.
This is a wondrous encounter. Welcome.
You're a little poser, aren't you? That's a proper, one leg up yeah.
You're at the worst possible time. The council is in ruins.
Shock.
A course of action could not be agreed upon. Some felt that we are in danger of being exterminated and that it is time to fight back. Others felt it appropriate to fight fire with fire, as it were. The council has shattered and artifacts have been lost. The necromancer's amulet and the bloodworm helm have been taken.
Out of all the things to take at a time like this, I don't think bloodworm is the right move.
A group of mages led by Erlav Jarol took the helm and have retreated to Fort Telemann in an effort to study it further. They hope to learn enough from it to find some way to fight Manimarco. I tried to dissuade them, but it was no use. I would like the helm returned so that it may be kept safe here in the university. I fear Erlav has made himself a target for the necromancers. Karanya insisted on removing it from the university. She said it posed a threat to the safety of the Imperial City. While I do not doubt that she was right, I question whether her motives were genuine. She seemed all too eager to explore its power. I fear she is not safe from the minions of the King of Worms. She is at Fort Ontus. Please go there and return with the amulet. Help her to see that she should not use the weapons of the enemy, especially out of fear.
I like you,
Seeing
Hannibal. You're always so chipper when I go. I'll be seeing you later.
Greetings, wizard.
Never mind the necromancer purge. Chip chip chirray. It's not really a saying, isn't it? Chip chip chirray. What the hell does that mean? It's hip hip hooray, but I just threw a C in there for the hell of it. For the love of the game. Right, so we have... Let's go do Necromancer's Amulet because it sounds less interesting. Ah, it's somewhere I've not been. I love that. Let's go from Reveille. And now we can talk about my new camera lens. So when I bought my new camera, I got a 24-120. So that's your zoom range for people who don't do cameras. And it's a really good walk around lens. It covers a wide range. The Z lenses have what's called like the Holy Trinity, which is a 14-24, a 24-70, and a 70-200. And those three lenses are all three of them very expensive. We're talking about £2,000 a lens, but they're also all very, very good. And obviously it covers you all the way from 14 up to 200. But the lens I got was the 24-120, so it kind of covers me for all of the middle lens, and it covers me for about half of the top one, to the point that I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe long term I'll upgrade to the Trinity, but it's a future thing. I don't want to spend that much money on lenses right now, so I'm trying to pick up cheaper ones that are higher utility and useful to my life, essentially. Which seems logical, but you never really know. And one sec, I need to keep a close eye on my... Oh, whoops. I got an offer to... for a key for the new Snake Eater, the new Metal Gear Solid game. I just have to say that I'm willing to play the game. Like, I get key offers all the time. And this one was through, like, an automated system. And, you have to pick, before you get approved for the key, you have to pick how likely you are to make content on it. I never say 100% because I'm usually lying. I just wanted a key for Snake Eater for free, honestly. I'm not going to pretend otherwise, that's what I wanted. Because I thought it would be a fun game for this channel. So I use the best in slot channel sometimes to get keys for this channel. You know, but I just got an email saying, we noticed you redeemed a key, but haven't made any content. Oh, what's up with that? I'm like, well... I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Eventually they'll stop giving me keys, but it's not a big deal. Brr. But anyways, so for those who don't know, in photography, I'm sure people, like a lot of people know this, but I'll do some basic stuff. I mean, I say some basic stuff, I don't really know what I'm talking about. But the most important thing really, like once you've got a decent camera, the most important thing really is the lens. The lenses are where the money is in cameras. You know, most of the lenses I want to get and can't get and won't get, but want long term to get are more expensive than the camera itself. Glass is very expensive and technical these days. But when you go to buy a lens, you'll see a little number at the end of it. It might be 4, 2.8, 1.8, 1.6, 1.2, blah, 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 blah. It'll be something like that, like from 1.2 up to maybe 6.5, 6.6-ish. And that's the f-stop, I think. Well, it's like the maximum open aperture. Basically what it says is how much light does the lens let in. With a lower number being more. I've arrived at Fort Ontos. I need to find Karanya. Yep. I need to find the bloody entrance is what I need to do. You're not a necromancer. Why aren't you a necromancer? Be a necromancer next time. So the lower the number, the more light a lens can let in. So generally speaking, more expensive lenses will have higher numbers. Big telephoto zooms and stuff like that, you know, that's where you go up to your 6s, etc, etc. An average lens is probably a 4. Once you get into sort of prosumer kind of levels, we're talking 2.8s and 1.4s and stuff like that. Hi.
If you're here to help, you'd best go see Karanya. She'll tell you what we need.
Oh. Okay. I thought things would be going worse, although that was... I feel like that was said quite ominously. So we'll see what's going down.
If you're here...
Okay. I don't love that. Wait. Anyways, so lower number, generally better. And what a lower number allows you to do is... well, not necessarily focus quicker, but usually focus quicker. It increases its low light performance. That's the main thing. So if you want to shoot indoor events, if you want to shoot concerts and stuff like that, really if you want to do interviews, anything where the lighting isn't going to be amazing, particularly indoor or nighttime shooting, you tend to want a higher, a lower number, right? A higher aperture, a bigger aperture. Pretty sure that's right. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But I'm pretty sure it's the size of the aperture, which it's the level of light it lets in, lower number, bigger aperture. I'm pretty sure. So if you're doing anything indoors or that kind of shooting, it's important to get a low number. It's important to get a big aperture. And my 24-120 is 4. Now 4 is probably about average, so it's good. It's a walk around lens, you know, it's got a big zoom range, blah, 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 but it's not great for indoor shooting, generally speaking. This is a really long-winded way of getting to what I'm trying to talk about, which is that I bought a new lens. I wanted a lens for interviews. one of the main things I'm going to be doing with this job, I think, is also filming interviews. I need a general filming lens. Oh, I'm going to need the 24-120, 24-70. I need a general filming, but I also need to do a lot of interviews, stuff like that. So, you know, I'll talk about this in a second. This is all we're talking about today.
Well, well, this is quite a surprise. I thought you were Traven's lapdog, doing whatever he said. And yet, here you are.
Well...
Good that you've finally seen the light. The cause will benefit from your assistance.
The cause...
What? You're here to take it back to Traven? Oh, my dear, I'm afraid you're in over your head. I don't answer to Traven. I heed only the word of Manimarco.
Shocking.
When he has the amulet, his power will be increased, and Traven will be helpless to stand in his way. You, I'm afraid, won't be standing at all.
Alrighty.
I promise I'll make this quick. I'd like to have you mostly intact, so Manimarco can suck the marrow from your bones.
Do you like bone marrow? I need to sneeze so badly. I did it. I'm proud of me. I'm used to myself. There we go. Fortify willpower, fortify magic. Oh, this is sick. Well, for a mage, not for me. I'll give you a second game. There we go. Cyrodiil was a traitor to the Mages Guild, intended to deliver the amulet to the King of Worms, and needs to get out of Fort Ontus and take it back to the university. Right, so I needed... So basically, my zoom... usually zooms have lower apertures, as in a higher number, because they're less lighted, and zooms are... You know, it's more complicated to make a zoom lens than it is to make a non-zoom lens, right? Basically, there's two types of lenses. You get a zoom lens, or you get a prime lens. If a lens has a variable zoom, as in 24-120 or whatever it's going to be, then it's called a zoom lens. Oh, it's called a variable zoom lens. If something is called a prime lens, let's say you go to buy a lens and it says blah 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 50mm, and that's all it says, then that's called a prime lens. If it doesn't have a... Basically, it can be zoomed in by default, obviously, but if it doesn't have varied zoom lengths, then it's called a prime lens. And because prime lenses don't zoom in and out, other than their default status, they tend to have better performance in low light and stuff like that, because it's easier to create that if you don't have to worry about zooming in. Right, I need to kill
This is the part where you fall down.
the Skeleton. Thank you. So basically, I've got a 24-120 SSA, which obviously covers 50, right? That's in the middle, it's right there. However, because my 24-120 is a 4.0 aperture, it's really good for just general stuff. It's going to be perfect. And honestly, this is stuff that 99% of people probably don't even... Most people will not worry about too much, but I get obsessed about this kind of stuff. So, but what I want is a good interview lens. And obviously, interviews are often going to be indoors. And also, you want a nice lens, something that's going to capture the subject really well, make them look good, get a nice bokeh, get a good depth of field, yada, yada, yada. Bokeh. So I bought a 50mm prime lens, which means it's the same zoom as if you went to 50 on my 24-120, but it doesn't go any further. It's always set at 50. I could do with... Yeah. I'm going to die in time, hopefully. No! I was so close. Right, I just need to swap spells. But the point is, hopefully, the 50 is going to be a really good interview lens. I can use it just for that purpose, essentially.
You'll never take me down.
And rather than 4.0 aperture, how much light it lets in, my 50 that I've ordered, and it wasn't very expensive. But the 50 is a 1.8, so it lets in way more light, which means it's much, much better at shooting indoors, it's shooting in variable locations, stuff like that. So I wouldn't usually cross over, like when I'm first buying lenses for a camera, I usually wouldn't cross over in terms of the aperture length, because aperture size, because you just kind of want to cover all your bases, right? You just want lenses that can handle any situation, really close in or really far out, really wide angle or really zoomed in for wildlife, stuff like that, right? That's kind of a logical thing to do. But I'm in a slightly unique circumstance in that I'm buying professionally for a job, but I'm also wary that job won't last forever right now, so I need to kind of see how that goes before I commit any more money past this point.
Let's get this over with.
But I'm buying professionally, but as a hobbyist as well. You know what I mean? In that I'm buying for work, but I'm also buying for myself to go and use the camera and have super happy fun times. All of this is some money that really should be going on a house, but I'm hoping it'll pay for itself long term with its relevancy to my job for most of it. And I haven't really bought a hobby lens yet. So I've got the 50 for interviews, I've got 24-120 for just general use and my own, and for filming as well. It'll be fine for filming outdoors. It'll be fine for filming most things. It just, I wanted something really higher grade for the interviews. And the Nikon Z50 is insane quality for the price. It really is. Am I going up there? Yeah. How shall we get there? I guess I have to wrap all the way around, right? Oh no, this way, this way. But the next lens I want is a 180-600. The Nikon Z 180-600. Now that's not a cheap lens. That is about the price of the camera. However, 600 is an insane zoom, and which means that, you know, for wildlife photography and stuff like that, it's going to be really good. Now, with a zoom lens like that, if you go all the way out to 600, as in the maximum zoom, then the aperture drops, and you get like, you go to like 6.3 or something like that, which means harder to focus, less light, and therefore lower quality photos. But if you want a really high performing, this is like a £2,000 lens, right? And this is something I'm buying way down the line, but that is the next one I need for my planned kit. But if you want a good aperture, like a lot of light on a zoom lens, we're not talking £2,000, we're talking £12,000, you know. Those massive lenses you see at sports games, wildlife photographers and stuff like that, they are the most expensive lenses there are, basically. We're talking tens of thousands of pounds. Because to get this massive lens that zooms really far distances and lets loads of light in requires more glass, and it requires more money, essentially. So that would be nice, but for birds, for general nature photography, especially because I'm not a professional, it's just something I love doing, the 180-600 will suit all needs. And then I'll have the 50 for interviews, I'll have the 24-120 for walking about, and I'll have a 180-600. So I've kind of got the ranges covered. However, past there, so the lower your zoom is, the wider angle your camera becomes, right? So if you want to do landscape photography or astrophotography and stuff like that, what you want is a really low number. For reference sake, by the way, 50 is like how we see the world. 50 lenses called nifty 50s. You get a good solid 50, and it's a really just good workman-like lens, and it, you know, because it represents how we see things. It's very true to real life. 50. Come hither. Yes, Skelongton. Need one now. I don't know why I started saying Skelongton, but I hate myself. Oh, no. Don't mind if I do. Where's the bloody... What was I talking about? Other than campers? Rider for Tillerman. I need to find Earl of Jarol, who should have the Bloodworm helm. Oh. Can't say I'm that surprised.
It will not be tolerated.
He did take something called the Bloodworm helm. I hope Erlov's okay. He's not okay though. He's definitely dead.
Do your work.
Give me something to break. Anyways. So I've got the 24-120 and I've got 50. And that covers the two main things I need. However, wildlife photography, big thing for me, so that'll be the next one, right? Once I've got the wildlife one, or I might get this one first. Oh, right, yes, I was talking about wide lens. So you want like a wider lens for landscape. So anything where you want to get as much of the scene as the framing possible. You know, if you see these really wide landscapes, they'll be taken with a wide angle lens. You can do landscape photography, obviously, with any lens you want, but for the really wide angles and for really, I think for just interesting shots in general with a wide angle, you want a really wide angle lens, right? Makes sense. So my 24-120, 24 is okay, it's pretty wide, but it's not super wide. Oh wait, where's my... Oh, Game, are you stupid? I think you might be. I sold most of my repair hammers, but I still have one, and for some reason, you know, I had a shortcut and it seems to have attached to a specific repair hammer instead of the one that I need. But anyways, you want to be able to go wider for good landscapes. 24 is wide enough. Like, this is, again, we're just doing... This is more hobbyist level rather than... You know, if you're just picking up a camera, you don't need this. Just get a good zoom, get a 24-120, you'll be fine. I'm just being an obsessive, as I am wont to do, quite frankly. This isn't necessary for 90% of people. And I'm not like... Sorry, I'm very sniffly today. I'm not like a proper spending loads of money on it, but I am an ADHD obsessive about every hobby I do, and photography is not going to be any different. But what I want is something wider than 24 for landscape photography, and I'd like to dabble with astrophotography as well. So you need a lens that's got really good low light performance. So Nikon Z is like their new line from started a few years ago. Much higher quality than the F lenses, which is what they used for decades. It's, the quality of glass across the board is insane. It really is. In my opinion, the best camera system out there, and I wouldn't say it's particularly close. But anyways, so that's my personal preference. No, I need to go get that spell again. Where have you gone? And they do one that's a 14 to 24, I think it is. Is it a 14 to 24? Yeah, it's a 14 to 24. It's part of their Holy Trinity. And it's really, really high quality. It's like a, I don't know what it is, a 1 point something. Oh no, it's a 2.4. It's a 24 to, it's a 14 to 24 with a 2.4 aperture. So really, really good low light performance. Not perfect, but really good. Variable zoom all the way down to 14, which is wide open, crazy wide open. Although you can get down to like 12. I don't think I've ever seen a 10, but I have seen 12s. But again, we're talking, this is a, you know, this is very, 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 very expensive lens. We're talking over £2,000 for something that I don't necessarily do that often. So maybe long term, this is the lens I want in my life. But we are talking very long term. I can't be spending money on lenses like this when I've got more important things to buy, really. So, like a house and saving my future. I've been busy. Well, there's a company called, let me find them. What are they called? Let me check my Amazon. I'm sure this is not exciting for most people, and I know that I go round in circles when I talk about things. But there's a... Excuse me, I'm talking to YouTube. Where are they? Right, 1 sec, I guess I'll do this first. Oh.
Die, damn you!
Why the Daedra? Seems odd. Put up a fight, aren't you? Why aren't you dying? Out of curiosity. I might die. Someone's gonna die, I suppose. Might be me. I need this effect to run off because I... There we go. Stupid rule about no healing. It's called a Viltrox 16. Now, Viltrox is like a third-party maker, so most lenses I'm going to buy will be Nikon. But you can get lenses from third parties that are designed to work for those cameras. The big two are Sigma and Tamron, and they do third-party lenses, and they tend to be cheaper, and maybe aren't as good because they're not 100% designed. Oh, and they are designed, but they're not designed by the same company, right? Not designed by Nikon. I say Nikon, but I've been convinced to say Nikon, I think. They've not been designed by Nikon. But the Viltrox 16 is 16, so it's wide open. 16 is really, really good. That's a prime, obviously, so you won't be able to zoom in and out. You'll be locked at 16, but it's a nice wide open angle. And 16 is perfect for landscape, perfect for Astro and stuff like that. And it's a 1.8 lens. And to boot, it costs like 500 quid for this incredible wide open landscape lens. So part of me will be a little bit sad because my other two lenses are Nikon Z lenses, which are like the highest quality Nikon lenses they do. But the other part of me is like, yeah, but I'll save 1,500 quid and have a really good wide angle landscape and Astro lens with a lower f-stop, with a higher, like with a larger aperture, so really good low light performance as well. And all the reviews are immensely positive. This is a company that wasn't that popular, but I've just started bringing out some really high quality stuff lately, seemingly. So I'm going to bite the bullet on that, and that's going to be my landscape lens. So, if you've been following along, I would have a 16, I would have a 24-120, and I would have a 50 prime. Oh, and then a 180-600. So at that point, I'm basically covered, right? I've got everything from 16 all the way up to 600, missing a little bit of 120 to 180, which I can cover down the line, but I'm not that worried about that, really. However, so that's my first 4 lenses picked out, right? The third one's going to be the zoom. The fourth one's going to be the... Actually, no, the third one's going to be the landscape because it's so much cheaper. The fourth one, I'll save up for ages for the zoom. Just save up a little bit every month until I can get it. However, there's one more lens I want. So, if you've seen people take really good photos of insects and flowers and stuff like that, there's small things that you have to get really close to take good photos. They'll be using what's called a macro lens. Gerald, no. Aww. Well, unlike with Thingy, who seems to have betrayed the guild and put her lot in with the necromancers, I feel like the necros here were just attracted to the bloodworm helm, you know? Even the Daedra are attracted to the bloodworm helm. Seems like that's what happened. I mean, he did come into a spooky Daedric cave all on his own with a magical necromancer helm, so I don't know what his plan was, but it wasn't great. Anyway, so use what's called a macro lens. Now, a macro lens can be any focal length, as in any sort of default zoom. You can have a variable zoom, blah blah. The difference with a macro lens, the difference with a macro specific lens, is that it focuses very, very close. If you grab, like I was doing this yesterday with my 24-120, I was trying to take a photo of something on my bed, just testing out some camera settings, and I was very, very close to it, and I couldn't focus on the object. Most lenses can't. That's not what they're designed for, and you'll have run into this if you do any photography. You try to take a photo of something that's really close to the lens, and the camera just can't focus on that object. And that's why you need a macro lens, because they're specifically designed to focus on things that are very, very close to the lens. So there is a nifty, and again, not a super expensive lens. It's one of the lower price ones, because I'm not a professional. I don't want to buy the super expensive lenses. The 180-600 will be the only expensive lens I buy, I think, relatively speaking. Oh, actually, before we do that, I'm just gonna go to bed. But they do a 105 macro. So again, focal length-wise, we're talking something I've already got, but it's a very, 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 very high-quality macro lens, and would be perfect. I want to do nature photography, but that also includes insects and flowers and shit like that. So a really good macro lens would be a boon in terms of being able to take photos of nature in that way. So that's my planned 4 lens kit. I know I've talked about 5, but the 50 isn't really... Oh, I guess I probably would take the 50. No, the 50 is more meant to be like it's more for work. What? 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 You dream of someone sleeping peacefully in his bed where a shadowy, gaunt figure silently enters the room. Approaching the bed, the figure leans down and sinks its fangs into the sleeping person. After a few moments, the pale figure rises, blood dripping down her chin. As colour flows back into the vampire's face and her features fill out, you recognise the face as your own. You awake screaming. Why have I become a vampire? I must have been infected with vampirism. From somebody I had a fight with. Oh no. Oh no. Right. Interesting. Okay. I mean, you see I get some fortification on various things. On everything, basically. So, what we have to do as a vampire is literally suck blood. I believe how it works is, so right now we've got a weakness to fire. We will develop a weakness to sunlight as well. If we... Basically, I think there's 3 stages, if I remember right. And if you don't consume blood, you sort of go through the phases and your vampirism gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and the positive effects get stronger, but also you start to get more susceptible to sunlight. If I'm honest, it's kind of just a pain in the ass, so I tend to not do it. Also, I didn't even get to level up. Thanks, game. Level 40. Logically, I'm just trying to do it like that. Is that logical? I'm not sure, really. Let me think about this. Does this make sense? Because obviously I can max out strength. But yeah, see, already I can't use my final point. This is why this is the logical way to do it. So eventually, I'm going to be... This is why you should put a point into luck every single level. Because I'm going to level up. And I'm going to have all these attribute points available. And I won't be able to level anything but luck. And I won't be able to level luck 2 or 3 times. I'll be able to level luck once. So I'll be tossing away all those attribute points. Whereas if I'd been leveling luck from the very start, that wouldn't be the case. Yeah. Oh well, right, we're gonna wait till night time. I wanna just try this vampirism. I don't mind being a vampire for a little bit, for the sake of showing it off and trying it out. You know, it's been a long time for me since I was a vampire. So I'm just kind of waiting for someone to go to sleep. Like beggars, it sounds mean, but beggars are really what you're looking for here. The vampire hunts. Your hunger for blood has been satisfied for now. So that's how it works. So it's not that big a deal. Like 20% weakness to fire, I would say, is not a massive concern. It probably is outweighed the benefits at this point in time. But it does mean I have to keep finding someone to suck on, so it's a balancing act. There isn't much else to it beyond what you've just seen, though, and it does tend to just get a little bit tedious, so I tend to not go in for vampirism. It's not like werewolves in Skyrim, where you get to literally become a werewolf.
Ah, you must be...
I mean, I do literally become a vampire, but you know what I mean. I don't become a big bat creature or something. That would be cool, though.
Greetings, wizard.
I believe you can do that in Skyrim as well via the DLC.
Have you recovered either the Bloodworm Helm or the Necromancer's Amulet?
Done both, man. I'm a baller.
Erlav is dead. I tried to warn him. I tried to tell him it was a mistake to leave with the helm. I shall return the helm to a secure place in the tower. It's the least I can do for Erlav. Thank you. Have you recovered the Necromancer's Amulet? Karanya turned on the guild? I don't understand. She was one of my most trusted advisors. The situation grows more dire with each passing day, it seems. I fear where this will end. The amulet is safe, however, and that must be enough for now. Thank you for returning it.
No worries, my dear.
Before we continue...
Yeah, I thought so.
Bye.
Considering what I just did, I would have been surprised if I didn't get some advancement.
Well met.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, yeah, help.
I'm pleased that you would ask. There is a way, though it's not known to me.
Oh.
Countess Isildur of Skingrad has done the most recent research on a cure, I believe. He's what you might call a vested interest in the subject. I suggest you travel there and seek an audience with him. Given your condition, I believe he may assist you.
Alright, well, we kind of got a new quest from this, so that's something.
I can truly consider you an equal, and so grant you the rank of Master Wizard. There is no higher rank which I can bestow upon you. You have my congratulations, and my thanks.
Honestly, they're a good lot, the Mages Guild. I mean, some of them are dicks, obviously, but the leadership in the Mages Guild,
what do I owe this
pretty
pleasure?
legit. Oh, hello. Oh, bear with me, folks. So, I know there is a big thing. Okay. I was expecting something today for
There
the
is
Jurassic World
still a
Evolution.
chance to strike back at the necromancers.
Dino database updates. And I just got an email. So,
Time is against us, and our enemies grow stronger. There is much to do and little time in which to do it. Your next task is essential. Word has been sent that the necromancers have been quite busy creating black soul gems for their master. In particular, a unique black soul gem has been crafted in the south of Cyrodiil in the ruins of Cylorn. This gem needs to be confiscated and brought here before it can be delivered to the King of Worms and used against us.
how did you learn this?
I've spoken with several individuals I cannot name at this time. Count Hasseldor has also provided valuable information, as you well know.
Hannibal, I don't remember how this goes. If you're betraying me, I'm going to be so disappointed.
No, I have need of it. I believe it may be instrumental in saving our guild.
How?
I will explain once you have returned with it. Until then, discussion is useless.
No, that's literally not true. I want to know the information before I bring you this powerful artifact that I'm not destroying. Discussion isn't pointless if I'm choosing what to do with the Black Soul Gem.
A contingent of battle mages has been sent to the site. I would like you to oversee their actions on my behalf. The only thing that matters is that gem. Do you understand? Once you have it safely in your possession, return here immediately. Know that you have my complete confidence. I would not entrust this job to you if I did not feel you were prepared for it. Now go. Good day.
Oh, I really like Hannibal, and I had no suspicions about him until that reaction right there. That was the first time he said anything that I thought, maybe you're just being coy, but I think I've earned the benefit of the doubt by now, and that I should be given the information rather than relying on, oh, well, just trust me, bro. I'm gonna go cure. Let's go see what he wants. Let's see how we cure vampirism. We have what do I need? Actually, tell you what we'll do. We'll do this a different way. Or at least we'll look at it. We've got a purification thing here in Deepscorn Hollow. That pool with the totem-looking thing in the middle. Oh. But I think it requires an item, and I don't remember what the item is. So let's go have a little look. I also could be misremembering. I know I've got something like that, but I can't quite remember if it is a vampirism purification thing or not. I'm just inventing that. Anyways, I'm glad I talked for half an hour about camera lenses because it kept me very distracted and busy and awake. I don't know how interesting it was for people, but it's good for me to elucidate my plans. Also, elucidate is a great name, great word. It's good for me to elucidate my plans out loud, even if just to the nether, and then I kind of like think, oh, is this what I want to do? Because I've been umming and ahhing a lot. There's this holy trinity of lenses, and my plans don't include any of the big three at all. So I've been thinking about it, and those are like very high quality, really cool lenses, but I also don't need to spend that much money realistically in the short term or even medium term. And I'm kind of covered already. You know, unless I'm going to be going to print these at an art gallery, I'll be fine. Hello. We're not carrying purge blood salts. Right, that's what I needed. That might be... How do I get purged? Purge blood salts. How? Oh. Oh. Apparently. I can mine them. Oh. Well, that's easy. That's definitely the way to do it, really. Just one of the benefits. It's like the Mage Tower, obviously you can make spells and enchant items without access to the Arcane University, and this one gives us this. Maybe I shouldn't have done that though, just for the sake of seeing the quest play out. I mean, we still got to do the quest anyway, somehow. I mean, the quest hasn't disappeared, so I'm assuming I can. Finally clear this nonsense. And my nerd root. How many are we on, actually? We're nearly there, folks. 4 to go. 4 more Nunu, and this blasted quest is finally over. I feel like the rate I've been finding it has slowed down dramatically. But I guess we spent a lot of time in Shivering Isles. Many episodes. And there's no known route in the Shivering Isles as far as I know. The blood moon rises. I think if I just went and spent time wandering the rivers, I'd probably find it pretty quickly. Right, where are we off to? We're off to... not Skingrad. Here. Going to... Ceylon. I will be forlorn in Ceylon. Oh, I hear dramatic music.
Oh, what's the matter? Is the baby gonna cry?
You smack talking my horse. Stop hitting my horse and then smack talking it. It's just, this is not a combination you're allowed. That's weird behavior, buddy. I was meant to level up my security. Completely forgot. But I mean, it's not like we'll be level. I mean, that level 39 to 40 took bloody ages. Absolutely bloody ages. I cannot remember the last time I leveled up. But it was a long time ago, so I'm not exactly that worried about it. It's going to be a long time again until we level up. I thought we'd hit like 47, 48 by the end. I suspect it's going to be like 42, 43 max, I'd guess. I don't think we'll level up much beyond that. Where's my torch gone, by the way? Hey, gang.
Hello, Master Wizard.
Valfin. Oh, don't say it like that. Why are you all so suspicious? What's going on? I don't like it.
You're here from the council, aren't you?
Yeah.
Traven sent you? Just you?
Yeah.
It helps the odds, but not much. We're still going to be outnumbered. Follow me. I'll show you what we're up against.
Am I just paranoid? Am I cynical? Do I just not trust anymore? Have I been burned too many times to love completely? Oh, I don't know.
This is it. The entrance to Cylorn is just ahead.
You didn't show me anything.
We've been watching the site for a while, and have tried to stay out of sight ever since the original plan was blown. We were supposed to storm the place and take this gem they're holding, only we can't. There's some sort of enchantment on the door. With that door sealed, there's no way we're getting inside, so we'll have to wait for them to come out. Based on the activity I've seen, that should be very soon.
Okay. Why did you fall back?
What other choice did I have? We were too exposed standing around outside the door. I lost one of my men already, and I wasn't willing to lose more. Rawless tried to make it through the door. He's the one that realized this wasn't going to work. One of their patrols spotted us, and Rawless went down. So we're stuck. All we can do is wait for them to come out. Then they can't hide any more than we can, and it evens the odds quite a bit. All we can do is prepare for them to come out. once they do, it'll be our best chance to get the drop on them. Of course, since we can't get inside, we don't know how strong their numbers are, or whether we really have a chance at this. Traven sent word that he wanted you in charge, so you've got it. You're in command. Tell us where you want us. If I may, I'd suggest that you put us in the best possible positions based on our abilities. But it's up to you.
Does seem logical.
I have to admit, I'm better with an axe than I am with magic. I've been working on spell casting, but I still feel better with a weapon in hand.
Okay.
There are 2 good locations to hide. One near here, and one closer to the door. Where do you want me to wait?
Oh, close, surely.
Okay, I'll go over there now. Let me know when everyone is ready.
Will do. Off you pop.
At your service. What do you need?
You know, Ivor, what do you do?
I can manage with a weapon or with spells, but I've really been working on healing lately. I'm getting pretty good at it. Where should I wait? Up close or farther back? I'll try to help whomever I'm near.
Well, then I want him up close, right? Because she's the one who's more likely to take damage.
You've got it. I'll do my best to keep everyone healed.
Come here.
I'm ready to fight. Where do you need me?
I'm going to assume you're very good at magic.
Well, I excelled in my studies in magic, especially large-scale spells. I'm pretty accurate with them, too. More accurate than swinging a sword. Do you want me to stay back or stay up nearer to the door?
Keep your distance.
Right. I'm on my way.
If that was somehow wrong, I'm going to be very irritated. Okay, we all good? Not the most inventive attacking positions I've ever seen. Where is the door? Up there. Oh, hello. Is that a necromancer? I mean, as per usual, I kind of want to keep everyone safe if at all possible.
You have the hands of a healer.
Maybe I'll just go in and take them on myself. You know? don't need to get the battle mages involved at all. Falcar has fled back into the ruins of Cyrodiil and I must find him.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
2 down. 3 down. And the mages, seemingly nice and safe still. Fantastic. The plan was a success. Although, I'm going to go chat to her anyway, see what she says. I'm just kind of curious. Curious as George.
Well, here's a
Get the gem! Get it back to Traven immediately, or else this whole attack was a waste!
Alright. Off we go then. Actually, we'll call it a day. So we head into the ruins of Cylon to fetch a very special soul gem, seemingly. Can I get a good thumbnail? It's not doing it for me sexually. Oh, maybe try to get that purple behind it. Because I can edit out. The dot's really annoying, but I can edit that out. I think that'll do. That's nice. Okay, cool. All right, we'll end it there. Thank you very much for joining me. I will see you lovely folks very, very soon. So we head into Cylon to fetch the magical soul gem. I promise I'll talk less about cameras next time. I'm just very excited about my new lens. I'm not even that excited about the new lens. It's a work lens, but I'm excited about my plans. I think this cheeky little 16 I found, you can make a big difference. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.